Hello, everyone, and welcome to Catching Up with the Coalition. As always, I'm Carissa, the youth support person at the Coalition, and I have a different guest host with me tonight. Amber sends her apologies. She is busy tackling paperwork and doing all the things that she can do with her magic. So I'd like to introduce Sully here.
Hi, I'm Sully Boland. I'm a family support worker at the Northern Berkshire Community Coalition. I started last month. Basically, we just work with families, families with children, connecting them with resources in the area. My experience so far has been great. I'm also working with Carissa on the youth leadership program. Basically, we just get together with kids from schools all across Northern Berkshire, and we do fun activities, leadership building, communicative skill building, a lot of different things. Yeah.
So we were joking before we came on that this was not the thing Sully thought he'd be doing at his job.
Not at all.
And I was saying that's, to me, part of the magic of working for the Coalition is clearly I'm not always dressed like this. Though, if you watch the show long enough, I guess this wouldn't be too strange for me. But we are festive today.
Yep.
I believe the show will go up this weekend, so folks will see this a little late, but today is our downtown trick-or-treating event. Yeah, or Sully just decided to come. It was the Topeka Pirate Day. That's what you did, but like 2 months late.
Well, either way, I'm still a pirate today.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't expected to be. Yeah, so,
it's great that we had that. So this costume, thanks Seth Besaw, Amber's kiddo, who loaned Sully this amazing little fit here.
Amber's still here somehow.
In spirit.
In spirit, yeah. Through this costume.
Through the pirate costume. So our downtown trick-or-treating event has been so much fun to put together. I think we had 38 businesses participating this year.
Yeah, yep.
So that's today at 4 to 6, I believe. And it's always so much fun. Also, it's like gorgeous out. It's so nice out. So hopefully we get a lot of friends for today. And hopefully people have fun.
Yeah.
So I feel like I should start wearing a tiara to work every day.
Yeah. If this wasn't so uncomfortable, I'd wear it every day. But
I feel like we got to get you a real pirate hat to wear.
Yeah, and maybe I can just work on making a real costume. Something we can all play our own separate roles in the office.
I love that. Let's see what we got to fill you guys in on. There's so much happening. It's getting to that, we say this all the time. Every year is a busy time of year for us at NBCC. Sully mentioned it, but we are kind of in the beginnings of all of our after-school youth programming, which is so much fun. What's been in your impression of YLP so far?
I think it's a great group of kids for one. I think I don't know how past years have been. I imagine that it's always a good bunch, but this group kind of melds together well. They seem to all know each other. Some of them I think are returning. So they already have that rapport. And then there's some new kids who definitely, I think, especially in the recent weeks, have definitely felt more open and welcomed. We had people dress up I think like half of the people, maybe even more, dressed up for our Halloween programming this past week. But yeah, overall it's just been really, it's fun to hang out with, teens and stuff, get their perspective, and also have the chance to kind of guide them in a way, we let them do most of it, honestly. They kind of handle it as well. But
that's my favorite part. And it's been great having you on board because this is your first time kind of interacting with this group. And and a big credit to Sully for kind of just like jumping into a youth worker kind of space with me and running this little chaos circus.
In place of the
not to be said. Who should not be named.
Right.
So with programming in mind, these aren't like cut off programs. Like you can join them pretty much at any time.
Yep.
The only thing I would say is we can provide transportation for Mondays and Tuesdays. Right now we cannot provide any more transportation for Wednesdays because our teen running workshop is kind of a sold out show right now. It's gotten really full, which is fantastic. This is a problem I don't think we've ever historically had, but it's, we can't tie kids to the roof rack, so we
Yeah.
gotta find creative solutions to transportation. That's something we do often here in the Berkshires. But I would love to see, so Monday nights is the middle school program. That's 5 to 6:30. And I would love to see more people in that room. Right now we have like 5.
Better than the first week. Too.
Yeah, the first week I
It's
only
been
had
growing.
2.
It's
Yeah,
growing.
slowly growing.
Yeah.
I would love to see that room kind of more full because it's just
Yeah.
like a fantastic little program.
Yeah.
Yeah, programming's been going pretty well. And then in November, the Youth Health Collaborative will kick off, which is our stipended youth position. So if you know a young person who wants to work with the community based on health and wellness initiatives. Actually, have you been doing that interview process or just the 411?
Just the 411
How's that
process.
going?
That's good. Yeah. We have closed the applications, but basically, yeah, we are just trying to interview interns for the 411 and the 413 conference, which is, if you're not familiar, it's a yearly conference that North County, South County, and Central County, we all get together. There's an intern from each section. They work together to build a conference for youth in the county. There's basically, I think, 12 high schools that send 10 kids each to this conference. It's been, for the most part, totally designed by youth and kids in high school or homeschool. And in years past, it's just been a success, so we're hoping to do it again this year. And yeah, we got some really good applicants. We're just interviewing them now and narrowing down who we want to have do it. But yeah,
It's going to be a lot of fun.
yeah,
And that will be in April.
correct.
We're already giving you info for the spring.
Yep.
I know, we're like jumping 3 seasons away from you guys. It's fine. But it's been really cool. And like I said, it's been really cool seeing you get to jump in on different things.
Yeah,
I think one of the fun parts about the coalition is when you work, it's kind of, every day's a mystery.
yes, yes. Today being an example of that for sure.
But I think that's one of the joys is like, I don't know, the silliness involved in the work.
Yeah, yeah. It's a great balance between, you have to have that balance for sure.
Yes.
Builds that community that we have as well.
Yeah.
For sure.
And speaking of builds, you just gave me an accidental segue.
That's what I'm here for, hopefully.
So the other amazing thing for folks who I think almost everybody knows by now, but in case y'all don't know, and Amber probably talked about it last show, but I know you guys missed me. I was not at last show. We have our building, and it is a beautiful project. It is a work of love. It's going to be a lot of hard work. But we're so excited to have a new home on State Street.
Yep.
We were able to get the building and kind of going through the process. Yesterday we had like a community forum walkthrough of that space because we recognize that like it's kind of like when you go get new neighbors and you move into a new neighborhood, you like want to greet your neighbors and bring cookies.
Right.
So we were kind of gauging the community, like, how can we best serve you? Like we're moving into your neighborhood and I don't know. And then we did that cleanup day. That was
that was something. It definitely needed a lot of cleaning up, but we got a lot done. I think there's 14, 15 of us
yeah.
at least, and yeah, it was good. It was great to see the building too, just to get an idea of what the potential it has, because it does have a lot of potential for sure.
It really does.
Could be a beautiful building once it's finished. Yeah.
So our board president, Ben Lamb, organized kind of like a cleanup day for our board and the staff to go over to the new building on State Street and just start cleaning. And we were weed whacking and organizing and sweeping and dusting and playing in the dirt.
Yeah, another thing where it's just like I wasn't expecting that, but I love the just all hands on deck for whatever project needs to be done. Yeah.
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 That was definitely like, I feel like this is one of my favorite things about having you on the show with me is because you've had the funniest, like, these are my couple of work weeks.
Yeah, it's been a wild intro in a good way.
Yeah.
A very diverse set of experiences, definitely.
Yeah.
That I didn't expect, which I like. It's better to have it, I enjoy it rather than having it all planned out and set ahead.
Yeah.
throw me in the fire.
I started this job trial by far.
Yeah.
Like my first day on the job as a youth worker was running through the hallway of Hoosick Valley High School going, what am I doing? And then being told what my job was, so.
That's the nature of it, I think, in
really
some ways.
is.
Yeah.
It has to be the nature of the thing. Yeah, so we're really hopeful. We have a lot of good things on the horizon. I have a lot of hope for the building. For folks who don't know, or maybe y'all do know, I've been at the Coalition for 7.5 years now, so I've been here quite some time. I cannot believe that. It's a little surreal. But it's been really cool because I remember when I first started, like, having that dream conversation, like, one day we'll have a building, one day we'll have a building. So it's been a kind of funny, emotional journey to be like, oh, wait, we might actually have, like, this is a thing.
Yeah, it's surreal when things start to actually, the moves start to get put into place. And you're like, oh, this was just, it was a dream for a while. But, yeah, I'm excited, too. Not exactly sure when it's going to happen, but it's happening.
Yeah.
That's what we know, so.
Yeah, as long as it's happening, I'm happy.
Yeah,
But change is slow and the processes are slow. And we're, just grateful for it in general, so I won't complain. Let's see, what else do we have going on? I should have brought Susie's lovely flyers. Susie usually has these lovely flyers that you'll see around town that have all the things we're doing.
That's true.
What else is going on? Goodness gracious. Oh, I have it right in front of me. So, y'all are like, there's a flyer in front of you, Carissa, read. On behalf of our Community Connections Coordinator, Gabby, I would like to remind y'all about the Neighborlies. So I'm going to hold this up. Lovely, lovely. There you go, Dave. So the Neighborlies is our annual community recognition event. It's a fantastic opportunity. It's kind of a historical coalition event. We've had it for eons.
Yeah.
And it's a great way to celebrate someone who's really impacted your life. And I think when we talk about community and we talk about service, we talk about people that impact community, I think we think these big Superman-like activities, like they pulled a bus out of a ditch, like, which is great. Oh my God, that's great. But like, sometimes you need to say thank you to your neighbor who seems to snowblow out your driveway every winter without you ever asking. Maybe it's the bus driver who always has a really great sense of humor and is really motivational, and you have to work all day. It's a great opportunity to highlight and celebrate the community members that kind of build the community.
Yeah. Doing things outside of just work to the benefit of everyone. Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. And so Sally mentioned something that's important to mention too. Like, we love that, people want to nominate people for their hard work, but we also want to recognize what people do not in their work capacity. Maybe it's somebody who has a job, but maybe in their off time they help at your sports team. They always have the carrot sticks in the Gatorade. Like, I don't know. Like there's the volunteers who really help the community run. Somebody I'm thinking about is our van driver, Jen. So for folks who don't know,
she's awesome.
We have a van driver named Jen who drives for all of our after-school youth programming. And I literally think she's an angel.
Yeah, I just met her recently, but she's doing really good work for us for sure.
But she doesn't just drive the van, which is what I love about Jen. She drives the van, she gets our kids to and from safely, which is amazing, but she talks to our young people. She asks them about school. She starts to remember things. Like, she was like, oh yeah, and little Timmy told me about his stuffed dog that he lost, but he found it, don't worry. Like, she's really engaging with them, and some of the kids have really been like, I look forward to getting on the van because I get to see Jen. And I think it's just like,
that's exciting, yeah.
It's such a cool impact that she's making.
Yeah, they're looking forward to the ride to get there, which is usually not the case. Yeah, no, that is awesome, yeah.
And then there's a few categories for the Neighborly. So like businesses taking the lead, which is great. If you have a business that's just really going above and beyond for the community, you should nominate them. Youth, if there are young people that are just super stellar, maybe there's a young person who shovels out your driveway in the winter, breaks your leaves, maybe they help take out your trash, they walk your dog for free. You should highlight them because I don't think we don't recognize the big and small things enough, I don't think.
Yeah, no, I haven't nominated anyone yet, but I'm going to try to do it in the next round actually there is still time.
There is still time.
That's true. Yeah, I'm trying to figure someone out, but I have a few people in mind that I'd like to. I just want to decide, can you do multiple?
Yes,
Is that
you can.
possible? Okay.
Yeah, you can have multiple neighborly submissions. Like if you have a whole team of people, you're like, yeah, well, there's Janet and there's Sarah and there's Mary. Nominate all of them.
Okay.
They all deserve to be nominated.
All right, I'll do that then, because I wasn't sure. But
And everybody who's nominated gets an award. This isn't like
Cool.
a pick and choose. So if you nominate 10, I nominate 10, all 20 of those people will get, their name will be called, they'll get a certificate, and it's just like we're making it a really fun celebration.
yeah,
We're going to have live music for the event this year. We always have some nice food. We really try to make it a celebration because I think it's super important to celebrate our community
Yeah.
in ways we don't normally.
yep,
What else do we got? All right, I'm going to hold this up one more time.
yep.
So the QR code, thank you, Dave. The QR code here, you scan that, and that's how you do a submission for the Neighborly. So please submit somebody. If you haven't nominated somebody for a Neighborly yet, please go do that because it's fabulous. Let's see, what else do we got going on? Programming, the building, got the Neighborlies. Gonna do an update on forums. So our forums are different this year. Our community is pretty used to our forums being like, y'all pick the topic, and then we do one for each month. But this year we kind of changed it up on everybody. So we reached out to Kayla from the Dispute Resolution Center. So all of our forums are now based around conflict and discussion and like gray area and like, what did we do last month? We did.
Listening effectively, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it? Was it that?
It was.
Okay.
I'm just laughing because it was about effective listening and like my brain blanked, so it looks like I was not effectively listening.
There's a lot going on. We got a lot.
So we sat together for that. What was your takeaway from that forum?
I thought it was great. It was very interactive. I hadn't been to a forum in a while, so I'm familiar with how you guys used to run them, but
Yeah.
I think this one felt effective for sure. She's a great speaker. I think really pulls in the room really well. And it was a good, comfortable group of people. Everyone, it felt like there was. I wish that it'd be nice to get more people, but the people that were there were very receptive to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. I agree. I hope we get more people at forums again.
Yeah.
It's been like a slow
Working on it.
Yeah, increase of people, but it really is some amazing skills, and like these are things that like businesses and organizations will like pay for in terms of like trainings and things like that. But like you're getting this for free.
Yeah.
Especially like the stuff about active listening is like such an important skill. Like even if you don't do our specific line of work, like active listening is great if you're a waitress.
Yeah.
Like if you're a parent, it's like
It's the key to navigating any interaction.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah. And being successful at least in interaction. But yeah, I think that was a really good one. I'm looking forward to the next one. Not sure what the day is for the next one, but
the date of the next forum.
I don't know. We'll have to
We'll
have to refer to the flyer.
I'm going to cheat. Going to cheat and look at my phone and see when the next forum is. So 3:10. So I believe our next forum is, are we doing it on Veterans Day?
Okay.
I believe it'll be on Veterans Day, but I don't remember if we moved it or not because we try not to interfere with like veterans services and Veterans Day events because it's very, very important. So it'll be in November.
It will be in November.
I cannot remember, but it's okay. Like I said,
The flyers too. You can always refer to the flyer. I think it's probably on there. Or if it
It's-
isn't, yeah, it will be. Yeah.
it totally is. And Susie's a wizard at putting together our flyers. And speaking of, if you're not sure where or how to find things, there's usually a lovely graphic below that I'm sure Dave will pop up at any second. Yeah, that has our phone number and our website. So if anything Sully and I have talked about has been interesting, if you want to get young people to programs, if you have questions about the Neighborlies, questions about the building, if you're not sure how to welcome people into the community, you need a resource, we are your people to call. You can call, you can check our website, and or you can just walk in. We love that.
Yeah. That one works just as well as any other option, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, more than welcome to walk in, say hello, and somebody will be able to help you. Our front desk, our admin, I'm going to call him the admin wizard. Because Brian
He's like the paperclip from the Microsoft.
Yeah.
thing. Like he comes and helps you.
comes in, he like jumps in, he's like, oh, I have an answer. And I'm like,
Yeah.
good, because I don't know what I'm doing. Brian Rose, who's our new administrative specialist, has just been a titan on our team in terms of just like jumping in and helping us organize and like figure out the chaos. Brian has helped me everything from like, I ran out of cheese sticks from programming to yesterday when I was fighting with Google Sheets for 20 minutes.
Yeah, he's good with technology. He's a quick dude.
He really, yeah, super fast, and that's what we love most. Yeah, lots of good things happening. It's getting to that space in the time of year where we're starting to really think about the winter. We're starting to think about winter events. We definitely will have our family skate day coming back. Will be
Nice.
Yeah, our open free family skate event through the Family Resource Center, which is awesome.
Yep.
And speaking of the Family Resource Center, will you take a minute to talk about what parenting classes we have at the Family Resource Center right now?
So I wish I should have brought a sheet, just like
You
so.
need a cheat sheet.
Next in November, I believe it's November 13th. It's a Monday. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on it, but active parenting, or the first 5 years, or parenting journey the first 5 years.
Yeah.
Forgive me. Parenting journey the first 5 years starts. That's a weekly class where families come in. They can bring their child. We have a room for the child to hang out and play, and the parents get to come and take a class. That pretty much it's about a lot of different strategies to parenting better, about co-parenting, about the role of the family, and also, I'm trying to remember, we have 24/7 Dads, which is another group just for fathers. That one's held at the UNO Center, which is a great place. Andrew Rosenberg holds it, and he's awesome. He's
King.
Yeah, Drew. He does that at the UNO Center, and I think there's a new one starting in November. I will have to refer anyone to the site to check that, because I'm not totally sure when it starts. But,
On the site or Facebook.
right.
But we always have things running. We always have parenting classes available.
Yes.
All of our parenting classes are free. Actually, all the things we do, including the youth programming, all the things we're telling you about is free.
Yep.
And if there's a transportation need, you're welcome to call us, and we're happy to help you problem solve that, including for our parenting classes and parenting events. Another cool thing, because I was thinking about the neighborly, which made me think of Gabby, which made me think of another thing that's coming up, the applications will be out soon for, is our community outreach volunteer training. If you're unfamiliar with COV, the community outreach volunteer training, it is a fabulous opportunity.
Yeah.
And to meet other community members who want to learn how to work in the community, how to organize community events, how to get engaged with the community. It's a training that goes from February, I believe.
I think it's, and it's 6 months?
Yep, February to July.
Yeah.
So you'll meet as a cohort, you'll meet weekly, you'll do events. So one of the biggest parts of COV that I loved most when I did COV was community members coming in from different organizations and kind of just like explaining who they are and what they do. Like, oh, that's somebody who works for BFair. Oh, that's BCAC. Oh, that's Lewison House, right? All these wonderful, amazing community organizations. Now we put faces to names. Now I know, oh, that's Amber. That's the director of MBCC. That's who it is. It's such a cool opportunity.
It helps to close the community in a better way, keep us closer, and yeah, like you said, put names to faces is so super helpful.
And then you end up being able to be like, oh, my neighbor mentioned that her heating doesn't work. Oh, I know who to call now, right? You'll be able to be a resource for your neighbors, and that's amazing. So cool.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's a stipend as well. Did you mention that?
Oh, I don't know if there is.
I think there is, but I'm not totally sure. I don't want to speak to it exactly because I don't know how much it is, but I think there is.
There might be a little incentive. Who knows?
There's probably snacks either way.
Oh my God, there's always snacks. If you're coming to a coalition event, there's always snacks. Like we never don't have snacks. In our last few minutes here, we're gonna transition from work, and I am gonna ask you a really silly question.
Okay.
Okay. What is your least favorite and favorite Halloween candy?
Least favorite? I guess I can do that one quick. I don't like Twizzlers. I don't like licorice.
Oh,
Which is like, I feel like I'm in the minority on that one, but it is what it is. I just never liked it. And then favorite has a toss-up between Reese's and Milky Ways. Milky Ways are underrated. Yeah.
Milky Ways are so
Snickers
underrated.
are great, but Milky Ways are underrated.
I was like, my favorite candy bar has always like been a Milky Way Midnight.
Oh yes.
So
the
like dark chocolate
ones.
Milky Ways.
Yeah.
I'm also, and I will say this on public access television, I'm a candy corn girl. I will eat candy corn, okay? I really like it, and I will defend candy corn for the rest of my life.
I'm sorry, I don't like it. But I understand. I know a lot of people that love it. It's a very polarizing
It's so
candy.
polarizing.
Yeah.
I think my least favorite candy is getting Tootsie Rolls, very specifically like the weird flavored Tootsie Rolls.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
It's just like, I don't know.
They don't have the same like pizzazz of the other candies.
It's not as exciting.
Yeah, they're not as exciting.
Well, I hope I hope we see some of you folks for downtown trick or treating. I know that this will go up after that event, but I hope everybody has a very wonderful Halloween season. If you do Halloween things, if not, just enjoy the beautiful weather.
Yeah.
Like we said, if you have any questions, if you want to know more about NBCC, sometimes we have positions open. We have events going on all the time. Really, to keep updated with our events, you should check out our Facebook page.
Yeah.
We share events all the time, posters for what we're doing. Susie's so on top of it. And also, if you have an organization that has something going on that you want us to share, like, we can totally do that. We would love to help promote your events. We also have our e-zine and our newsletter. So if you're interested in getting either a digital or a paper version of our newsletter, you can call the coalition. You can go to our website. You can stop on our Facebook page and message us. Lots of ways to
outlets,
find us.
yeah,
Lots of ways to
definitely.
find us.
Yeah.
But don't hesitate, or even just stop up and say hello. We love meeting new community members, or even if you're just like, you know what, I've always meant to say hi to NBCC. Come say hi to us. Maybe we'll be in costume. Something weird might be happening, but
You might run into something. It'll be fun either way. So yeah.
it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And again, questions for after-school programming. If you have young people you want to have there, please call and ask for youth development. I'd be happy to have more young people, especially in the middle school program on Mondays. Thanks for your continued support to us. And as we close out, Sully, what's been the highlight of this show for you? First time on the show.
It was fun. I like, I don't know, I'm not usually someone who likes to be in the spotlight, so per se, but we're hanging out, so it's all good. It's, it's relaxed. And as I drop my mic, smooth, brilliant. But, talking about important things and just trying to get the whole community aware of I think is super important. Yeah, I enjoyed it. So thank you for inviting me.
Thanks for being a good sport,
Yeah.
because
I gave it my best. Yeah.
Sully found out he was doing this about an hour ago. Yeah. So thanks everybody for watching. We will be back next month. It'll be Amber and I again. And again, if you need anything, you could call us, email us, check our Facebook page. Thanks so much, and have a happy Halloween, guys.